Do you know that Global Television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world?
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch Global Television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to Global Television.
In business, China, Japan, South Korea unite to bolster regional trade amid looming U.S. tariffs. On the foreign scene, Israel expands ground assault on Gaza. And in sports, Bell Lightweight speech News Express on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I'm Uyag Mofwegbe. Reminding our viewers that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times 276. You can download Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our 247 broadcasts. Edo State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abuja has dismissed a case the Action Alliance AA filed to nullify the election of Governor Monday Okpebholo. The Justice Wilfred Kochi-led three-member panel held that the petition, which AA filed alongside its national chairman, Adekunle Rufai Omoaje, lacked merit. The tribunal held that the petition touched on pre-election issues which it lacked the requisite jurisdiction to entertain. Salah celebration continues across states in northern Nigeria as hundreds of residents are trooping to various recreational centers. Global TV correspondent Idris Jibrain visited the state's zoological garden to witness the fun. We'll bring you details of that report in the course of the bulletin. In the meantime, we'll take a quick break. When we return, much more on the news for you. Do stay with us. Let's take you back to our earlier story where Salah celebration continues across states in northern Nigeria as hundreds of residents are trooping to various recreational centers. Global TV correspondent Idris Jibrain visited the state's zoological garden to witness how the fun turned out.
Different part of northern Nigeria. For generations, Kano Zoological Garden has remained a center of tourism during traditional ceremonies like this one. Animals of different kind can be found here for children to observe. Traditionally, many people during Salah do visit their loved ones and other traditional places with their children. Sabiu Ibrahim is one of such people here. According to some Kano residents, since the state government suspended the traditional Durbar, visiting places like this will surely give their children a sense of refreshment. According to some Kano residents, since the state government suspended the traditional Durbar, visiting places like this one will surely give their children a sense of refreshness after staying indoor for 1 month during the course of Ramadan. I have come here with my parents and I have seen lion, I've seen elephant, I've seen crocodiles, I've seen a lot of things, and I am very happy to come here to witness all these things. You know, traditionally during Salah like this, we used to visit places of history. I'm just coming from Gidan Danghauta with my family, and now I have come here to also see what is happening here in Zoological Garden. and I have seen a lot of things. I am happy, my wife is happy, and my child is also happy for coming here. Well, I've come here usually like we used to come during each Salah to see things for ourselves. And I've seen elephant, I've seen crocodiles, I've seen lion, I've seen monkey, I've seen a lot of things, and I am actually happy. This Salah we are peaceful and everywhere is peace. For these children at the moment, as the Salah celebration continues, so the fun. From Kano, Idris Jibrin reporting for Global Television News.
Thank you so very much, Idris, for your reporting there. President Bola Tinubu, in a sweeping reconstitution of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company (NNPC) Limited Board, has sacked the Group Chief Executive Officer Melekari and the Board Chairman Pius Akinyelure. The statement was issued in the early hours of today by Presidential Spokesman Bayo Onanuga. The President also removed all other board members appointed with Akinyelure and Kyari in November of 2023. Police, military and plainclothes security agents have taken over strategic junctions in Uromi, headquarters of Esan Northeast Local Government Area in Edo State, where 16 northern travelers had been killed by a mob last Thursday. The security agents were said to have been deployed to stave off reprisals, as residents of the area are now worried over counterattacks. A coalition of civil rights organizations is demanding an immediate investigation into allegations made by the former River State Head of Service, Dr. George Nweke. They stated this while briefing the press in Abuja. Our political correspondent, Deacon Michael, has the rest of the story.
Outlining several alarming claims made by Dr. Nweke, the convener of the civil society group, Dr. Nwabu Gabriel, described the allegations as a threat to public safety and potential subversion of democratic processes in Rivers State.
Allegations, if substantiated, highlights a serious crisis in governance and pose significant threats to the stability and integrity of our democratic institutions. Press, Dr. Nweke made several alarming claims that we believe warrant immediate investigation by appropriate law enforcement agencies, including the Nigerian Police, the Department of State Security Services, DSS, and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC.
The group further requests for an in-depth investigation into the financial misconduct and corruption claims surrounding Governor Fubara's administration.
Dr. Nweke expressed concerns regarding planned sabotage of state infrastructure, which aims to incite public disorder. This falls under the purview of Section 1 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2011. We call for a comprehensive and impartial investigation into the alleged arson and any related activities that threaten the legislative integrity of Rivers State.
Equally commended President Tinubu for his decisive action in declaring state of emergency. According to them, it has curtailed the escalating tension in the state, and also by the confirmation of the National Assembly has further deepened democratic principle in the nation. Deacon Michael for Global TV News.
Political correspondent Deacon Michael there reporting. Let's turn to other stories for you now. Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to promoting culture and tradition in the state. He made this known at the Gusau Emirate Durbar celebration, which made a grand return after years of suspension. Godwin Sunday has details.
After years of absence, the Salah Durbar celebration made a grand return in Gusau, Zamfara State, drawing large crowds and dignitaries, including Governor Dauda Lawal and other government officials. The event marked by a colorful display of horsemen, local hunters and drummers, showcased the rich cultural heritage of the state. Speaking to newsmen after the event, Governor Dauda Lawal expressed joy over the successful revival of the Duba, describing it as the first of its kind in the state. He assured that next year's celebration will be more elaborate, reaffirming his administration commitment to promoting culture and tradition.
Honestly, I can't express how happy I am seeing how people are happy. Everybody came out to celebrate our culture. This is really great. This is the first time of its kind, and I can assure you next time it will be much, much better than what we've seen today.
The Emir of Gusau, His Royal Highness Ibrahim Bello, emphasized the importance of sustaining the Duba festival. He called on well-meaning Nigerians and individuals to support the less privileged, stressing that poverty remains a root cause of insecurity in the region.
Some of the youth that are making this arrogant attitude is because of poverty, and poverty can lead to anything. So what we are saying, if they have not been to school, the government can create a kind of job which they can do, so that at least that will save them.
The return of the Duba Festival is seen as a major milestone in reviving cultural traditions in Zamfara State, fostering unity and boosting tourism. Godwin Sunday, reporting for Global Television News.
Thank you so very much. The Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, has urged states and relevant authorities to step up enforcement of road safety regulations, particularly regarding truck standards and driver behavior. The Corps spokesman Olusegun Ogungbemide made the call in Abuja, where he expressed concerns over the poor condition of trucks on Nigerian roads, citing issues like poor vehicle maintenance, speeding, and disregard for traffic regulations as contributing factors to road accidents. We'll now take you to the country's southeast, where Governor Hope Uzodinma has called on the Muslim community in Imo State to support government's efforts at promoting peace, unity, and security. The governor made the appeal during a special Salah banquet held at the government house in Owerri in celebration of Eid al-Fitr. Our correspondent Samarachi Ibe reports.
Speaking at the event, Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma congratulated Muslim faithful on the successful completion of Ramadan and urged them to remain committed to fostering harmony and contributing to the state's development.
To celebrate together, to demonstrate the level of religious harmony in Imo State, to demonstrate brotherhood and the essence of living together, to show tolerance and show love to each other.
He assured the community that his administration is dedicated to fairness and inclusivity and promised to address their concerns. The governor also called on them to collaborate with security agencies in tackling crime.
Help the government to fight crime. Help the government to stop violence. Learn how to tolerate each other. We don't want disunity among the Muslims. We want you to be united. We want you to love yourselves. We want you to work together. We want you to do only those things that the Holy Quran allows.
In response, the chairman of Imo State Council for Islamic Affairs, Bashiru Wakwe, and the Sarikin House of Imo State, Awal Baba Suleiman, commended the governor for his inclusive governance. They also presented him with a portrait as a gesture of appreciation.
So happy because in your administration, you have never left an inch without carrying the Muslims along with you. Your Excellency, on behalf of the Islamic Caliph family and the Muslim Rights and the Muslim Council of Imo State, may I present this present to you.
The Salah banquet strengthened the government community ties and reaffirmed the administration's commitment to inclusivity and development.
Through your administration's dedication to security, business-friendly policies, and inclusive governance, you have reaffirmed that Imo State is a land of opportunity for all who reside lawfully within its bounds.
From Government House Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
Thank you, Marachi. Ebonyi State government has dismissed a report that Governor Francis Winfuru ordered the arrest of 5 commissioners over delay in delivery and breach of contracts. This is contained in a statement issued by the chairman of Ebonyi Executive Council Committee on Supervision and Completion of 2 state housing projects, Chief Donatus Elang in Abakaliki, the state capital. The projects are the 140 housing units for the Izo and Amaze communities, which were displaced by the Ezilo communal crisis in Ishelu local government area of the state. You're watching the live broadcast of News Express with Uyag Mofegbe. When the rest of the news returns shortly, Israel expands ground assault on Gaza, seeks to seize, quotes, extensive territory. Details of these shortly, as well as business and sports stories on the other side of this break. Do stay with us, everyone. Thank you for staying with us on News Express. The rest of the news now returns with business, where the Nigerian Shippers Council has refuted media reports of increased cargo charges at Onne Port, clarifying that no such approval was given by the agency. The council noted that the last approved increment was in 2021, adding that any report of increased charges after 2021 was not approved by the council. Executive Secretary of the Council, Barrister Akuta Ukeyima, said since he assumed duty as Chief Executive Officer of the agency, there has been no discussion on increments of charges with any terminal operator. The Naira dropped below the 1,550 to the dollar bandwidth at the unofficial markets and amid firm interest in the US dollar index. Present market action suggests that despite elevated growth in the CBN's FX holdings, the Nigerian Naira cannot breach the $1,200 resistance line amid a fragile FX market. Crude oil production, the nation's main source of income, remains low and stagnant, indicating that the CBN's recent attempts to stabilize the volatile market were insufficient to alter the Naira's downward trend. And now we move on to the foreign scene, where China, Japan, and South Korea, 3 of Asia's leading economic powerhouses, have pledged to strengthen regional trade cooperation as they brace for the impact of U.S. President Donald Trump's tariffs set to take effect today. The commitment was made during the first economic dialogue between the 3 nations in 5 years. The trade ministers of the 3 countries agreed to pursue comprehensive and high-level negotiations for a trilateral free trade agreement aimed at promoting both regional and global trade. Israel's defense minister has announced a major expansion of the Israeli ground assault on Gaza, promising to seize large areas of the Palestinian enclave and incorporate them into what they now call security zones. The announcement came as Israel's military killed 21 Palestinians in attacks across Gaza, and its total blockade of the Strip continued, forcing all bakeries there to shut down. The Israeli military has already set up a significant buffer zone with Gaza, expanding an area that existed around the edges of the enclave before the war, and adding a large area in the so-called Netzarim corridor through the middle of the territory. Now let's catch some quick excitement from the world of sport. Real Madrid have edged into the Copa del Rey final with a thrilling 4-4 draw against Real Sociedad after an extra time on Tuesday, scoring a 5-4 aggregate semi-final victory. Antonio Rudiger decided the pulsating tie with a header in the 115th minute, with Madrid to face Barcelona or Atletico Madrid in the final. Real Sociedad, trailing 1-0 from the first leg, took the lead through Ander Baratesia, but Hendricks' fine chip pulled the 20-time winners level. Let's end News Express now with a quick look at some of our major headlines. Edo State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abuja has dismissed a case the Action Alliance AA filed to nullify the election of Governor Monday Okpebholo. In business, China, Japan, and South Korea, three of Asia's leading economic powerhouses, have pledged to strengthen regional trade cooperation. On the foreign scene, Israel's defense minister has announced a major expansion of ground assault on Gaza, promising to seize large areas of the Palestinian enclave and incorporate them into so-called security zones. And finally, in sports, we told you Real Madrid have edged into the Copa del Rey final with a thrilling 4-4 draw against Real Sociedad after extra time on Tuesday, securing a 5-4 aggregate semi-final victory. And that's all we draw the curtains on News Express. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365, Star Times 276, as well as you can kindly follow us across all social media platforms, now showing on your screen using @Global TV NG. You can download the Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our 247 broadcast. On behalf of the entire production team here at Global Television in Abuja, Nigeria's capital, I am Uyag Mofwegwe, appreciating you for your time. We'll see you again.